All right, and here we are. It is that time right now, of course, for Beyond the Poll. And here is the gorgeous, the talented, the so smart, so funny, Katrina Lee.
Another Thursday. It's new to me, so I'm getting used to it. The extended time too. It switches a lot of stuff, good and bad.
Yeah.
So we're got to juggle, and it is late for some people, but it's ideal for a crowd. But for some are like a lot of the features are actually usually at the clubs working on Thursday, so it's harder to get the call-ins. So I'm trying to figure around how to go about that. But I got today. I'm excited. We got DJ Cass coming in. And she's going to call, and she works at a club in Fredonia, which has changed hands. She's been there for a while through different names and ownership.
Okay.
She's the only, I really thought about it, and I asked her, the only female DJ that I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's different where I can't think of any in Rochester, any in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
There's none in Paradise, Salmaca. I don't know about Syracuse is strong. But that's a pretty fair amount in this area. And, I want to see her perspective of the differences and views and why, and she was just at Rebelz, and that's the name. Now we talked to the owner of it last week.
Yeah, that was really.
Yeah,
he was a good guy. I mean, he seemed like a really good.
It seems like a great club to work at. Family environment.
Yeah.
They already have one successful model out there doing well, so she was there, so she can tell us a little bit about the grand opening, and so that's been pretty cool hearing it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
how it went, and I think she's dating the manager, and they work together, so then we can get some inner club relationship. Is there jealousy, info, little stuff, or how do you do it, or to make it fine because you guys work together,
right?
So it's kind of cool. And then we have Dawn is going to come. She was on last week.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to do a call-in and tell us the toy of the week.
And the
special, and, to get a little update on, what's going on in, the adult toy industry, and top sellers or deals or whatever. Valentine's Day is coming up.
It is.
And, you can always go and get some clever gift that she'll like and you'll also like because she'll be excited.
And she's going to tell us all about them.
Right. And at Playmates, speaking of that, you can check out my adult store that's in Byron. It's in Batavia area. Right in between kind of Rochester and Buffalo. We are going to have our 1-year anniversary party. It's going to be Saturday, February 3rd. Wow. And the doors are open at 7. I'm sure it's not going to be going at 7 for sure, but you can start. I'm going to have a really cool cake made. This will be fun that we'll cut later after everyone gets to see it.
Nice.
And Bristol, who is on our show too, is a feature. She only works there 1 day a month, and she's going to be there that night.
That's Bristol the Pistol.
Bristol the Pistol, yeah. And she was great, and, everyone loves her. And Bailey's going to be there, and I already asked in advance because the rooms are private and they're curtained off.
Okay.
He can go around and give female customer fans dances.
Really?
Yeah, so he won't be on the stage, but if you wanted or always had an interest in meeting Bailey in real life and getting a dance, you can go there and get one at Playmates.
Could I do that?
Right? You
could. Why not?
And then Zeus will be there, so you can meet Zeus. So you get to meet a lot of us and, greet, and we're excited. And we'll have different magazines, promotional items available and sell. And then I have the adult store in there, and I have a bunch of toys and different products on sale because I want to get all new items, so I'm trying to clear it out.
Uh-huh.
And then, those are great gifts for Valentine's Day. I mean, any day, really, but it's the time of love. So you might as well make it fun for yourself, too, like lingerie, toys,
why
lube, toy cleaner, jewelry.
So when you say you got a store, I know a lot of people, sort of describe. I mean, what's in, what are the different?
Well, it's a smaller club, so mine are a lot of them are inside the club.
Okay.
So you make do with what the space is. So there's 2 large cases that are filled with a bunch of toys, vibrators, lube, all that stuff, toy cleaner, cock rings.
Wow, you can get all that stuff.
Yeah, porn videos, and then there's some jewelry for girls because they're dancing or basic stuff. And then behind it, I have a couple racks, and they have dancer clothing like booty shorts, thongs, all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Outfits, gowns, because some of the clubs in Buffalo require you to wear a gown over the weekend, and if you go to Pittsburgh, the bigger ones you do. So
you could actually go there and buy.
You can buy that.
You could buy the girls something. Or you could buy your girl
You could buy
something.
a girl if you have a stocking fetish. You could buy someone stockings to have them wear at the time at the club.
Okay.
Or if the girls are brand new to dancing and know where to get it or have rides, but you could go and bring your girlfriend in because there's a couples friendly club, and then bring her, get her a treat to wear at home.
Wow! So
turn it into your own private stripper.
I like it.
So I usually do really well around this time of year, and there's so many cute stuff like with red and hearts and all that. So
is it something? Is that common for something for if you like a dancer, hey, why not go buy her something from the
You
store?
know, it's common. Most of the girls don't buy their own things. They get customers or the regulars to buy it.
Okay.
And then there are guys who are really big into the fetish stuff, so they have no problem with it.
So
they want vinyl.
So it's
or
a
whatever.
common thing. So somebody shouldn't be afraid from doing that.
Yeah, or they feel like they're doing something nice, and they know what it's going for. So it's like a
Right.
gift on your birthday.
Ah,
So, yeah.
And the stuff's not that expensive, right? I mean, it's not.
It's not too bad. It depends what you get, but I mean, it's nothing outrageous. My stuff's all fair priced, and
Right.
they're all higher, so they don't fall apart. There's not all the
Higher
cheap
end.
stuff from like China. And then I, expand. I get new stuff, but I still inside all the clubs. But I usually do a suitcase in Rochester and go in and out of the clubs.
Okay.
So it's more like cash moves fast. You can flip the merchandise. Like really no overhead.
Okay.
No real rent. You give the club like 10% commission, and that's how I really started my company because I would take the suitcase, go club to club, and start expanding it. And I started going to over 50 clubs, and then getting people to sell for me.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, I was
Okay.
a traveling peddler smut, and that's how I kind of got started. It was fun and my crazy thing, and then I just expanded. Then I did stores, but I've been swaying away from stores because they're up and down with the club's ownership. If there's like something that gets shut down because of shooting, it's hard to get your merchandise.
Yeah.
You got to worry. It's really hard getting decent employees or going to steal, or girls get harassed, the employees by the customers. The volume's just not enough, so you're not going to have it open
Right.
24 hours because you can't really force. You got to find like a manager, or be the owner of the club.
All
Where
right.
an employee is like a bouncer, but also in charge of store sales. It's hard to just rent it out on your own inside it.
Sometimes with these clubs, you can sort of see when they're starting to go down.
Yeah, you can.
Right,
And then
I
this
mean-
one you kind of pull it out, or you don't take the risk, or this one is suitcase. And then some in Erie, there's a lot of smoking in Pennsylvania, so I have to be careful. I take different ones down there that maybe like all the girls in Buffalo, not all of them, but kind of didn't sell right away in Buffalo. I have market cheaper because the cigarette smoke can damage it, where you don't realize how bad it is, but then you take the merchandise up to
You still
Buffalo, or even
smoking,
the
Phil?
Colony Lounge in Buffalo is a cigar bar.
Wow,
So
you-
that really
wow.
picks up on the clothing.
Sure.
So it's hard if you're going to take it and sell it.
So you can actually still smoke in clubs down in
In Pennsylvania, oh yeah, all over. PA's like free for all. Bring your own beer.
Wow.
Yeah, like smoking. Weird free buffets of food at the clubs.
They used to have that here, though.
But they stopped all that.
Yeah, they did.
They're still like on like the little more in the past. But that's what's cool about it. It's like vintage. Like at Juliet's is so like it's older and it's still like the original type inside that they had in like the 70s, and they got these really cool like brass elephants on the bar. They're there forever. They're probably worth a ton, but I mean it just adds to the character of it. You're just like, wow, like if you're a guy who's older, like I remember when I first came here when I was 18 and that was a drinking age then, and reminisce.
Wow. That
It's funny, but I think we should call into a song, and we're going to call Dawn and get what our toy of the week is.
All right, let's do that. And let's also, real quick, let everybody know that you're listening to WRFZLP, Rochester, New York, 106.3 FM. And, of course, you can stream it on RochesterFreeRadio.com. All right, and right now it is time to go back to Katrina right here on Beyond the Pole.
Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in, and check us out on Facebook. We are Beyond the Pole Radio, and my personal page is Katrina, KatrinAlee. I have a modeling one, and I have a personal profile where I post a lot of stuff for fun public, and everyone can share it, whatever. I got post cool things, random
Very
perverted jokes,
Very cool.
it's caters to everyone.
That's right.
Love it. Some thought, and then some no thought. Like, oh, that's just funny. But you can check it out and see what we're doing, like when we have our anniversary parties or events or different things going on, or you can see who's coming up on our show because we're always looking for different guest characters. We're starting to actually get ready to film for TV, so I want to get a whole cool bunch of people, and so it could be you. So let us know, or even if you're a dancer, a feature entertainer, someone who's got a cool story who is coming from outside of the area, but you're coming to Rochester for a couple days, or you want to go visit Rochester because the city's so amazing. You can come up here and we could do some filming shots too of you.
Right. Absolutely.
Or you're a traveling dancer, I could easily set them up at any club.
Right.
So I'm excited. We actually have Dawn from Foreplay, and she's on the phone. She was on last week, so thank you. This is her second week. Thank you for calling in. And hello. And
thank you for having me again. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. So we're gonna have the toy of the week, and she's gonna present it now, everyone.
Okay. This week's toy of the week is called the G-Spot Finder. It has a USB port, and you're going to find that most luxury toys nowadays are going away from batteries. If you've ever been in the middle of using a toy and had your batteries die, you will appreciate the USB port.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This toy has 7 functions. It is rechargeable. It is safe to use with all lubricants, and it really will find your G-spot. Every woman is capable of the squirting orgasm. You just need to get the G-spot, and this toy is guaranteed to find that G-spot and allow for the squirting orgasm. It is $89. It is waterproof, and it is available at the number 4, PLAYBUZZ.com. My company is from Buffalo, New York, and I sell 100% American-made lotions and potions. So anything you buy from me, you're safe not to get an infection or have any of the issues that lotions and potions made out of the country may have.
Does that happen? Does that happen a lot?
Constantly. Constantly.
I believe
that's
it.
the number one problem with Chinese-made lotions and potions, and a lot of people sell them because the markup can be that much greater because it's cheaper, obviously, to make in China than the USA. But they don't have the regulations we do in the United States.
So you could be putting your stuff.
Yeah, or getting
jeopardy.
yeast infections, anything really. You
know?
Absolutely.
You can get yeast infections. You could just really mess up your entire balance.
Same with not cleaning your toys the right way. You watch this. So that's why you got to get toy cleaner. What type of toy cleaner do you recommend?
I have a toy cleaner on the website. It's all natural. It's made in America. You want to be careful with your toy cleaners too, because you don't want to get, again, something that's made in China because they don't have the regulations we do in the United States. So anything that you're going to use, like toy cleaner or any other lotion or potion that you're actually putting on your body or ingesting, I highly suggest made in America because we are checking what's going into the product, and there's tighter regulations.
And it supports our jobs, win-win.
Right.
Our economy, our jobs, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. What about somebody though? I mean that might be listening right now and going, I've never gotten into the toy thing, but I'm starting to think maybe I want to try that. I mean, which way are you going? What do you for
Vaginally.
Something like that? Yeah,
that is a vaginal toy. It's $89. It's a great first-time toy or an experienced toy too, by the way. It's just comfortable. When you're shopping for an adult toy, you don't want to go bigger. Bigger is not better with toys. Your woman doesn't relax as much. She doesn't open up as wide. So I would say personally, 6 inches big is the largest you would want to go in a toy.
Wow. And do these have like different speeds and stuff like that?
Oh, this has 7 functions.
Wow.
You will
This is better.
You will see all 7 dwarfs with this one.
The more the merrier. Right? Yeah,
I'm kidding. Yeah, this one has 7 functions. It's amazing.
Wow.
And again, it's the number 4, PLAYBUZZ.com.
Love it.
Great.
Well, ship anywhere in the United States.
Thank you again, and we will have you on next week with another toy, and you can see where to get it on our Facebook page after the show, probably tomorrow, realistically. Yeah. I'll post it, and with a picture of what the toy is and, a little rundown. So, thank you again, and we're going to cut into another song.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I appreciate it. I love you guys. Can't wait to come back.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And now back to After Bush right there. No, that wasn't Bush, was it?
No, it wasn't Bush.
That was Offspring.
She's got issues.
She got issues.
Bush is to come, but actually what's really bizarre, and he did not do this on purpose, but I was going to talk about this later in the show. I found this article I just read called "Let's Bring Back the Bush," and that's why I was picking that song.
Okay.
Into it.
Okay.
But I thought it was interesting. It is by Amber Rose, and it was in Cosmopolitan. Cosmo this January 2018 magazine, and
okay.
I was getting my hair done, and it's on there, and she's like, I embrace feminism, started thinking about the ways we feel pressured to please men, like waxing or shaving our pubic hair, and despite the expense and high maintenance labor of it all, and then decides that she wants to bring back the bush. So she posts this picture, as you can see, and I'll probably throw it online later. And I worry about it getting flagged down. I don't know. But she's completely naked, and it didn't have the bush on it. It was just with her bush.
Right.
And it was, I guess, on Slint's Instagram. in Twitter, and it said, promote Amber Rose Slut Walk, a nonprofit event in LA that takes a stand against victim blaming, sexual assault, rape, double standards, and body shaming. And then it was taken down. It sparked like people saying put it away and all this controversy, but it drove, I guess, a lot of traffic to the Slut Walk page. So she wanted it to do that. And it says studies showing that removing pubic hair like increases your risk for bacterial infections, STIs, all this stuff. So she got all this positive attention about what was going on, but negative. And she wants the main goal of Slut Walk, I guess, is every girl who has their partner disapprove of their body, whatever, to know it's a form of body shaming. It's not okay. And, if you try to feel empowered, if hair makes you feel special, grow it. Don't do it for him. I think it's interesting. It just as a whole, I think people are getting really aggressive with nudity and stuff, and it's hard to shock value. And then you try to make a good cause, maybe for attention, whatever. I'm all not about the bush. I think it's disgusting. Never been a fan. Worked in nude clubs for years, and almost everyone in a nude club doesn't have a bush. Now, I've seen some girls, and not even younger girls, but the older ones, kind of trying to get a little line or something, landing strip, real small.
Landing strip.
Like, it's not really there. Not like back in the strippers of yesteryears where, the bush is hanging out like a giant muff, just out of control, like over their thong and G-string, and guys are like sticking dollars in it. Or having
Like
to
that
worry about
old-
getting like sprockets in your teeth after you go down. And I feel like it would change the face of
I mean, is she talking like
oral
that?
pleasure.
Or-
I don't know how willing guys, if we let ourselves go and we're all just covered in hair, would be wanting to go to that level.
It's that old it's that whole English thing,
right.
That we
We
you
all
got
changed
going
it.
on.
We never did like other countries go with more of the hair and stuff, like the armpits and stuff, find attractive. We really don't. I hope it doesn't come back. I haven't seen any of the clubs coming back. So
was she talking about that 70s?
Yeah, like
porn
that
bush,
coming back almost, and it's beautiful, just all natural and. Yeah, and then they're trying to say in a lot of adult magazines more recently, I have been noticing that they're trying to have more bush, but I thought, maybe they're just switching it up so it's not the girls looking the same, like how we looked at them back and wow. And
They say everything comes back, though.
unique. Yeah.
They say everything comes back.
It's a little scary, but you got
I
to
don't
think
like it.
reprogram. So I think there's generations that would be like, ew, and then other generations ooh, that's kind of hot.
You would.
I guess.
But I'm seeing parachute pants come back right now.
But I know there's sometimes scary, and then they realize that was a mistake to try to bring back.
Yeah.
And then other times you wish would just stay forever and never go. And I think some have now, the whole grunge with Nirvana stuff and all everyone wearing the oversized flannels. That's
Right.
never gonna leave this area.
No,
when it's
probably
cold, we're gonna wear leggings, put on
True.
some Uggs, and wear some loose huge flannel shirt and be basic. Well, I don't do that, but most girls do.
Well, I've been
Or
talking.
if you're hunting or stealing your boyfriend's shirt, trying to look cute.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That could be. I've been speaking with a friend of mine right now about, and it's a female,
Okay.
and about certain women should just not wear those stretch pants.
Oh, I agree. No, I think we all know that.
I mean, I don't
yeah,
know.
they ruin it for other women who should wear it.
How do they? But how do they actually put it on and go? Oh, this looks
I
good.
look good, yeah. I
I'm
think
going to the
you
store.
think it's just comfortable, they just don't care, and you're now everyone can really see my curves. No, maybe we don't. At least my friends are not too many dealing with that. They're all pretty cute from the clubs, and a lot of them are gonna start coming on. They can't wait for the TV stuff and
Right.
do some tricks, show you pole dancing, lap dance offs. I got
I'm
so many
excited
cool
about it.
ideas, and so many awesome people are gonna be involved and coming from all different spots.
Right.
Coming up for a couple days from Erie, PA,
Yeah,
all
it's
over,
not
and
just
then more
gonna
into
be-
the features. I already told him I can make them money. I know all the clubs, the owners.
Right.
I'll drive you and help you out, drop you off, and we'll just have a blast.
Right. And this isn't going to be something that we're making cut.
No,
This
yeah,
is gonna
you
be-
can come up do a bunch of different scenes on
Yeah.
different stuff, and
Yeah.
one day. So
Definitely.
yeah, let's go into some bush.
You want some
Yeah,
bush?
yeah, let's
All
do
right,
some
okay.
bush.
All right, we're going to do some bush right now here on Beyond the Pole. Wow, that was sort of a cool tune. I had never heard that before.
I love it. I used to dance to it a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. I could see that.
Fun. It's good. It's uppy, and everyone can just sing along. It's older.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right. Well, hey, we're back right here with Beyond the Pole coming up almost on our next hour.
Yeah,
Almost.
I'm excited. We got a call in, and it's just me, Cassie, calling from Fredonia. That's going on around 11 o'clock.
Wow, cool.
And so we get to hear all about the changes, what's like being female DJ, different fun stories, favorite songs that she likes to play at the club to amp up the customers.
I can't believe there's not more female.
Right,
DJ.
and there's hardly any, but I think because the clubs try to save money. So usually the clubs have the DJs are kind of in the dressing room where the girls go back and forth up onto the stage through the back, and then they're like a bouncer or kind of a manager. They do more. Now, she's in a corner not near the dressing room at that particular club, and that might be why it's been so effective. But, like, fights start bad in the dressing room and all that stuff, so you probably wouldn't want a female normally. Not judging, just saying. Some of these dancers, when they have dancer fights, and we had it on episode 3, you can check out on our podcast on RochesterFreeRadio.com.
Okay.
It's all about fights.
All about fights.
Fights. And that was great. We had Velvet and Foxy were here. And, you know, they definitely was a highlight. Yeah. And we, oh my God, we went out after and we had the wildest time of chaos. But yeah, it reminded me like why I don't really have that lifestyle anymore.
Yeah, you know, I should say, you know, my mother was in the hospital this week, and I was really shocked to see Roxy did a little heart thing, and yeah, I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, she's, you know, I said like, Roxy, I've known her forever. And this is what she said. We went out this weekend. We went to Lux, which is this really cool bar, all themed with devils. And this really great vibe of like the girls who come in, or during the week, they have like craft tables, they have Twister, like all this fun stuff.
Lux?
And it gets packed.
Is this Lux?
Yeah, it's 666 South Ave, which is cool because like the devil.
Right.
And it's next to this place, Heat His Chocolate. And the chocolate is just amazing. So I love it there. I have for years. It's kind of stayed the same. And the customers and everyone who go are great. Mm-hmm. I mean, at least over 10 years, I'm not from this area. So, you know, longer, really. Yeah. But, yeah, oh, my God, like probably 17 years, really, if I think about it.
Wow.
Like college and stuff, like years and years, like when we were like 18. And
sure.
So, while or no, close, I mean, it's been a while.
that Lux was on last night on the news.
Okay.
That they actually have, and they've taught all their employees how to use Narcan kits.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah, I thought it was sort of cool.
You never know.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
So you went there with Roxy.
Yeah, and she went wild. It was pretty
sure.
hysterical. It was like mom's night out when she hasn't had one in a while. And she became the inner stripper was unleashed. And she even said, she's like, oh my God, he can't take the stripper out. You know, and like going nuts. And she was handing out these flyers. And she was,
about the earth and flat?
Chemtrails. And she like got a little hammered and lost her little chemtrail bag in my purse. She left it. She didn't realize it. And I thought like I go in my purse and I'm like, should I like pick up someone's like cosmetic bag, steal it or something? It was like Harley Quinn. I knew it wasn't mine when I woke up the next day. I open it and I'm like, oh, it's just Roxy.
It's just Roxy.
You know, she's walking around and going up to all these strangers bold and like, oh, let me tell you about chemtrails and all this stuff and greeting everyone, dancing right in the middle of the floor. And you got mind you, she's 4'9" and she actually didn't have heels, and I'm 5'8", and I wore heels, thinking she was gonna come out in her usual stripper shoes and like some ridiculously dressed, but she was dressed in appropriate. I was impressed.
Wow. But how was she the next morning? It was a riot.
No, we both suffered a little.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, no, it was a good time. I needed a good wild girls' night like that, and I'm very happy.
That's awesome.
It was worth it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You know, controlled enough, but it was fun.
How are you finding the clubs here in Rochester compared to Buffalo?
I was never a club goer. I was like a cool bar, old man bar, or like I love dive bars where like no one cares, and like in off areas, so not like the downtown, but or I associate like the bars I go to with food.
Right.
So it's like I like the appetizers, so I go to like tapas and different ones like that because it's a cool bar environment. They'll have like salsa dancing and stuff, and then you can order all different like,
sorts of food. You know, but back to the female DJ.
Yeah.
So I mean, are the days of when they had the DJ where the guy would be like, all right, guys, get out your dollars because it's ready.
They still do.
Blah blah blah.
That's what the females don't. So that's what we're gonna ask her when she say a lot. Years ago, like this one guy, it was like switch it up, do something. He was like a nice round of applause for her. And you say it over and over and over. Or Katrina Lee is up next. Katrina Lee in 2, and it's the same like line in between.
Some of the guys like had some cool lines though. And stuff.
Some work fire. Or they'd be like, "Don't get so close to the dancers. This is not a petting zoo." Devin, who's now the manager at the Barrel of Dolls, would always say when he DJ'd at the Mirage.
Or don't be so cheap. Get out the
coming out, or the girls that aren't getting paid, which now actually most of the clubs should be paying the girls legally, but they used to say they work off your tips alone and to stay base a bit slow. Stuff, but a lot of clubs are slowly eliminating kind of DJs because they can just do it with the computer. So like when I first started, we were using CDs still. So I would buy my own CDs, so I had my own music because I liked different stuff that the girls didn't have or the DJs didn't. Right. So I'd buy them, and I used to go to Record Theater in Buffalo, which is pretty much all gone now.
Wow, is that gone now,
buy
too?
them like crazy, go to the youth section and go in there and then have it themed, and I'd be giving him the 3 that up, all and slowly getting scratched up because he'd be piling everyone's CDs all on top of each other in a rush. And like if something was messed up, the music would go down or go on repeat and stuff. So I mean, it's much better with the computers, but you don't have to have much skills as a DJ anymore to do it. Most of the clubs, the girls pick what they want to dance to, so it's not even catering to the crowd and being a good DJ. So most of the time, like when I managed and I owned a strip club in Buffalo, you would notice that the DJ became like, you tell me like you should be a manager, like you're in the dressing room, if the girls are sneaking drugs and doing that, you should be telling us and be the first person. Right. But on the other hand, the DJs are tipped, so then they want the girls to be happy, so they might not do that.
Yeah, so. Interesting. And the more that I think about it, like my old business manager out of Philly, he managed the band Live. If you remember the band Live, yep. And then he managed my band, and we worked for years, and now both of our bands hardly play too much. But his biggest client right now is a female DJ.
Okay,
DJ Freeze is her name. And she's all over Philly, Delaware, Jersey. But she's getting paid huge money. Yeah, I mean, like a couple grand a night.
Casinos and stuff, too. And I know I read something in Paris Hilton's like the number 1 paid DJ. But I mean, that's real. It's because it's Paris Hilton.
Yeah. But I mean, still,
That's great. And,
He's like, man, I wish this was my whole life. He said,
but they're doing other stuff as these female DJs. It's not like a strip club female DJ more. Right. Like, they're doing mixing. They're kind of bringing back even old records and trying to, like, do some of this stuff, keeping up with the trend. They're really hunting for music or making all these mixes and stuff.
Yeah.
They're creating more of their own music, too. So it's not just like throw on 3 songs real fast, throw on a little break song as another girl gets on, just say up is the next girl, and boring, because it changes the environment. The club's like slow, people aren't having fun, like you want the DJ to be able to like amp it up.
That's what I would think. I mean, I suppose you're always going to have your clubs like that one on J Street here, where there's like this old CD player in the corner. And
there's a couple, but slowly to replace because it's so old now at this point. Like Playmates has a CD player. I can't wait till it gets updated because the music will go down and then we'll end up just playing the same songs over and over because we don't have options and none of us really can even burn CDs because technology changed and most laptops don't have CD burners on them.
Right. Yeah.
So, then you just settle and, the same stuff. But
you can't even hook up your phone anymore, can you?
No.
See, that should be it. They
don't even have the technology for that. So I even have but there's a bunch of clubs still. They're slowly getting there. There's not a lot in this area. There's only 3, ironically, all in this area.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't need to invest. It works fine, which is true because, you're kind of middle of nowhere. It's not like competing in the city of like a big area.
But it's sort of sad when the customer knows what the next song is.
That is sad.
They know the entire playlist for the night.
I'm used to it. Like a lot of times the girls just do the same songs and sets. So I'd be like, I know who that is. Up, it's Star Up. Now it's Diamond. And it's pretty easy. I never allowed that to happen. Or the girls would be like, that music's weird. It's got to be Katrina's. There's something I haven't heard in a while or more vintage,
Yep.
I was one of the few girls who actually danced to Rush. And so people go nuts, like, oh my gosh, especially because you get a lot of Canadians. You're dancing to Rush. Here's it at $5 or something. Loved it, and
Oh, good God, yeah. But there was, would you say in 10 years ago as a dancer you'd make more money than you would today?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta imagine.
The times have changed. The quality has changed. The stigma has changed. It went from gentleman's club to strip club.
Yeah, it really did.
Before, it really was like I had money, I can go there. It wasn't as noticeable. It wasn't anyone goes. Like, women weren't coming in, so you didn't have to worry about your daughter maybe showing up with her friends, with a group of people.
True.
Catching you if you're getting dances. I mean, it's just not the same. And then drugs and stuff kind of got really affiliated with it. So you never see like politicians or certain people like that. But years ago, there were more politicians and people and celebrities in the clubs. And maybe some of the bigger ones at certain times, but just not as common. Like in Buffalo, on a regular basis, you can meet some of the Bills players or some of the hockey players will be there because they live in the area. And it's like that younger party lifestyle, the fast, easy cash.
Which
and they'll go, and it's pretty obvious if someone's, pretty large and muscular, you can piece it together. You see who everyone's hovering around all the girls.
Right.
And, they'll go out, but you don't really catch too much. I mean, it is Buffalo, but,
Yeah.
Even other ones, I don't know. It's just not the same, the whole industry. And then we just have so many out there, and it's not like elite. And like back in the day, just hearing how much guys would pay for certain stuff or drinks, and they were like these classy girls and minimal.
Champagne clubs in Vegas were
all over.
huge.
And just they were true gentlemen, and you had to wear like a suit coat at Mademoiselle in Buffalo when it first opened, and private thing, and they had like a gold section and all this.
Yeah,
and that's kind of a thing in the past. Like maybe VIP bar and then popping bottles or something, and they're there. But I don't know. A lot of changes. Some are good, some are bad. Back then, the drugs, there were people, but they weren't as prevalent as they are now with like a whole bunch of addicts and constantly getting out of control. Like another dancer passed away from this area last night and overdosed, and it's getting really out of control.
It's totally out of control.
But you'll see a lot of girls with track marks and stuff now that 10 years ago you would never see.
You wouldn't see.
And
that.
It wasn't that common. There wasn't where 90% of the dancers are on heroin. It was back then. It was more cocaine and there was maybe recreational here and there, but nothing that you had to worry about a major addiction or overdosing. Alcohol obviously has been an issue for people.
Yeah, it definitely is not. I mean, I remember growing up in high school, 16, 17, there was always the, hey, let's head up to Canada tonight. Mm-hmm. Spend a few hours, come back,
My friends and I would go out.
Yeah. It'd be
started at the Sundowner, and now I'm here. No.
Right. And, you'd go up, you'd have $100, and you could, all night, you could have a great time.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of like Playmates is one of the few clubs, too. You can be 18 over and have a couple of bucks on you. I'm not encouraging that type of tipper, but the girls hop off the stage and you're lacking many dances. So you could get kind of 20 little mini dollar dances and have a blast for $20.
Right. It used to be fun. Then we'd go back to school the next day. We had fun or whatever, And I think in Canada at the time you had to be 18 or 19 to drink. I don't think it was,
Yeah, you could. I could. Maybe even 18. It was 19 when I was of age.
Yeah, I remember we'd hit the Sundowner, and then if things got really cheap, we'd go over to Uncle Sam's.
Cheap, yeah.
We'd go over to this Uncle Sam's, I think. That was next door, but Mints,
Mints, Peppermints, Bailey.
It was huge.
Peppermints, the Mail Club in the same building. Sorry, messing with the mic, but it's great. I think it's time to cut into a song, and then we will come back and have Cassie ready to go. And I always like to be a female DJ.
Yeah, why don't we do? I don't know this song.
Do they?
Yeah.
Does she enjoy it? Does she like?
I want to see
Let's find out.
Let's find it out. Here we go, Mr. And you are listening to WRFZ-LP, Rochester, New York, 106.3 FM, and RochesterFreeRadio.com. And now let's get you back to Beyond the Pole.
Welcome back, and this is our second half of the show. So we already did what we normally would have done on Sunday on our new time.
Yeah.
So going smooth. I'm happy with it.
It's gone very, very. It's been very smooth.
Yeah. I was nervous at first, but going well.
Thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, me too.
So
obviously I'm here, right?
We'll be here next week then.
Right, we'll be here next week with more interviews and cool people.
Absolutely.
But check us out and Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. And we had DJ Cass from the amazing Fredonia near State University area in New York. And from here, that's about 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Hour, maybe from Buffalo, maybe max, maybe an hour and a half. Yeah. Most people speed going down the thruway.
If you're
from Rochester is there about 45 minutes, hour, really from Buffalo, depending, Yeah. From Erie, about the same distance. Erie, Pennsylvania, Fredonia is about 45 minutes to an hour. It's about equal. Okay. It's right kind of in between.
It's like the tri-state right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of,
All right, all right. Got you.
It's not bad. That's why I would go down there, rotate and stuff. So she's here, and she's worked at the same club for a while through different owners and change of hands, and I think she has a lot of really cool experiences.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So you are on the air now. How are you?
I'm good. Nervous, but good.
Right? You shouldn't be here on the air, but what we're saying is what's interesting is I don't think there's another female DJ in the area. We're thinking it's just you.
Yeah, I haven't really heard of any. I know some of our girls that come from PA say that there's one down there, but I haven't heard of any around here.
Yeah, I mean, there's none in Buffalo. I didn't remember anyone from Erie at all. Honestly, I know there's none Juliet's, there's none Partners, there's none Teasers. So maybe Candy's has one, but I know Andy's a big DJ, so I don't even think there is one in Erie.
I think it's further south. I'm not even sure.
No, it could be. So I say the ones I know the areas on. So I was thinking it's quite a distance. There's none in Syracuse, none really around. So it's a whole different perspective. I guess there's, kind of few and far between. It's kind of cool.
Definitely.
So you get different experiences too than male DJs would. So.
Oh yeah, the girls are a lot more friendly with a female DJ.
Right, I'm sure, and
Okay.
they probably can't manipulate as much to get what they want. Like, can they leave early, tip out, sneak off stage, show you a couple bucks, give you a blowjob really fast behind the stage?
I mean, I do get plenty of lap dances in the DJ booth.
I'm sure.
So what, I mean, with you coming on, I mean, without the female, DJs out there right now, what are you bringing to the table? What has made you really sort of a story, and people wanting to, wow, a female DJ.
Well, I mean, I think the girls can relate to me more because obviously I'm a female. I understand the things they go through, and I haven't been a DJ for too long, about 2 years, but I've been in the business for about 4.
Okay.
So I understand all the aspects of it.
No, it's good. More well-rounded. I mean, that's what you need in clubs, especially if it's a smaller club with a more family-type environment. You want everyone to be able to pitch in and help out. It's like someone's not there on that end or is busy. And
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. No, I think it's awesome. I'm surprised there's not more.
yeah, so you were there. Now, when did you start working there or in the industry? Like, what club was it? What club was it called then? Or
I've been in the same building for 4 years.
Okay.
Many different owners.
Yeah.
I started back when Tiffany's Cabaret owned it, and it was Baby Dolls.
Okay. That's when I remember when they did, and then I wasn't there for a while. But there's like Baby Dolls and there's like Dazzlers, and now recently it just switched over to Rebelz.
Yeah. When I started, I wasn't even a DJ. I was helping out on the floor.
Okay.
And then I left for a little bit for college, and when I came back about 6 months later, it was new ownership, and the current owner at the time was trying to DJ and manage at the same time, and he was just terrible at it.
Yeah, that's a lot going on,
Yeah, so I told him, I'm here anyways, let me take over, show me how it works, and I'll start doing that, and I've been doing it for 2 years now.
Very cool. I mean, that's what you did. You stepped up, and now, you advanced. So I enjoyed working with you. I'm sure all the girls do. So. Right. Now, so you were there for the grand opening.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Was it different face people checking it out? Like a lot of students? Because didn't they just start back up classes in Fredonia? Or
Yeah, it was actually the first night that the bars were open that college students were back for.
Yes, it's probably pretty busy then with that, right?
Yeah, it did pretty well, especially compared to the previous owner.
Yeah.
And all of the changes that they've made have been making a great impact. And we're seeing a lot of customers come up from PA from their other club, too, so that's nice. And they're bringing dancers with them, too, so that definitely helps.
No, that's cool to have, support from everyone checking it out.
Did people still do the tip the DJ for a certain song? Does that still happen?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
That's actually something that wasn't happening with the previous owners, but these new owners that turned it into Rebelz, they actually have this system where you request a song, there's a tip jar, and then I play that song almost immediately, no matter who's on stage or anything, and I announce that it's a song by request.
Wow,
and it kind of keeps the crowd going, too, that way.
Yeah,
I would love to just put on stupid songs just for fun. Like I like Big Butts or something, and then the girl's like, Dad, no, and just laugh and just keep like putting tips in. Just no.
It's funny you mentioned that. Last weekend we had someone request Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like crazy stuff, and just laugh really bad, like. Just
that'd be so bad.
Right? I want to play
the
piano,
dancer's
man.
face, you can tell she was not pleased.
No, that's what I mean. There's weird ones that just laugh, or like gives the money to some older gentleman who's like 80 or so. They pick some weird old country song or something, just absolutely like absurd, and they're just dying up there. They think it's him, but I'm like, hee. And I'm filming my show doing this. It'd be great. It'd be like a Life Without Shame, Beyond the Pole.
Do like a
comedy.
Boy Named Sue or something like that.
Yeah, just odd stuff, and see how it goes, and then we could film it. It'd be great. I love
it.
New idea.
We got a new idea.
Surprise! They don't know what they're gonna dance to.
Wow.
Yeah. What are your most played songs right now in the club? Or most requested by the girls? Really, not necessarily customers, or it could be both.
I mean, we don't really, the way we do it now is completely different from the previous owners I've worked with, where we pretty much just play off of the top hits that are current.
Okay,
and
the girls aren't selecting.
based on the customers, so we completely base the music on the clientele. The dancers do not pick their songs.
Okay.
They can give suggestions as to a genre and stuff.
Yeah.
But we mainly base it just on the clientele.
That's smart. That's what I was, we were talking about earlier, is that's actually like a real DJ. And I said a lot of the clubs now, because the tipping kind of mess up with the DJs, they would get 10% of stage or whatever. So the DJs want as much money. They're letting all the girls pick the songs. They weren't catering the audience, and therefore they weren't real DJs. It was just throwing stuff on a computer. But, I mean, when you cater the audience, you're doing more and you're paying attention, which is great. Because then, I mean, if the customers are happy, the girls will be happier because they'll make more.
Yeah, definitely.
Here'd be a question for both of you, though. I'm sure both of you could answer this. When you're not playing what the girls want, you're just playing the current stuff like you're doing there.
Yeah.
Do you find that the dancing is better? Do you find that the girls are working at their dances, harder? And coming out so that they can dance to anything, because a lot of girls get into that same routine.
Yeah, the same routine songs, and like I do this trick on the pole at this part of the song.
Right. So are you finding that the dancing's actually better?
Oh, definitely, because they're getting more engaged with the customers.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Yeah, no.
Got to up your game.
I think it's smart. I like it, but most of the time they'll select, like, so if you hate rap music, they're not going to put you out to rap or something, or, cater. Like, they're pretty good. Like, bigger clubs are always like that, like Lollipops in Daytona. That was huge. I went there for Bike Week one year. It was amazing. My friend's a DJ at Molly Brown's down there, and he's like, you need to come down for Speed Week or Bike Week, and you can stay with me, and I'll take you in. And I'm like, I'm really thinking about it.
You should.
I could use, like, a vacation as a free paid money-making vacation. So I could promote and talk about the show.
Yeah.
And shout out to Louisiana and everyone listening today.
Right.
So
everybody listening.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, that's a big one right there.
Yeah. So, what were your favorite songs through the years or DJing that you found like the girls look the sexiest dancing to, or even a vintage song that you think would have been cool? Like I always enjoyed like "Beast of Burden" by the Rolling Stones by the right girl. It's just a nice mode, and like a drink or two and you're feeling loose. It's like, oh, that's kind of sexy. What are your favorites?
Honestly, there's one song, "Counting Bodies Like Sheep."
Okay.
That song, if it's like a crowd that loves like rock music and stuff, that song is such a sexy song to do slower dancing to, and the floor work is amazing with that song.
Okay, we'll have to add it and play it later on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do that one upcoming. So.
Yeah, it's just. I think the way that she said it,
now
it just
I'm curious.
sort of turned me on. I want to hear it.
Yeah, and I'm sure our listeners are now like, oh, really? Let's hear this. So that's kind of cool. Now, do you? So you're in a relationship now, and I believe that he was the manager, or still is, right?
He was the stand-in manager, and he's a bouncer, security.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
so
he's been there about 8 years. So.
8 years. Wow.
Wow.
He's been through a lot of manager changes. Or not managers, but like club owner and everything.
Yeah, he's been through pretty much all of the owners.
Yeah, let's see. So is it like, do you guys, I was married to obviously a club owner, and then prior to that, a club manager. So I've always dated someone I worked with at the clubs, and I liked it because we would work together every night. It's a weird environment or industry. And then at my first one was great. I danced and he managed, and it was fun, and, made a ton, and we were just laid back, trusted each other, no issues. The second one was a disaster, and that involved more being like office and owning, but I still like it. I felt like it was nice. Like, I liked working with them. We had a lot of in club stories, kind of like, oh, remember that, and they're just wild and stuff. But eventually it wears and tears. But so you met probably at work, right?
Yeah.
And got closer just because you were together all the time, or.
Well, we kind of keep it separate at work, but it does make it more fun because then we can joke around, and you got someone there who you can laugh with. And then if it's a stressful night, on the way home, you can vent.
Yeah, no, it's great. And he can, sneak a little hand squeeze and stuff. It's cute. That's what I liked about working. Like, I felt it made me happier. And I felt more comfortable. And then it didn't seem like work because it felt like I was spending time with someone I cared about and making money.
Right.
And so I liked it. But, it's hard. Like, I've seen a lot of ups and downs in, strip club marriages and things. And do you ever get jealous at all or worry or...
Oh, God, no. Because he's been in it so long, I'm never worried about that.
That's awesome. That's the best.
I gotta ask though, how many times a night do you get asked to go dance?
It depends on the crowd, but if it's an older crowd, probably about 5 or 6 times a night.
Yeah, guys
why I'm
want
not on stage. Will I do a private dance?
Yeah, guys want what they can't get.
Exactly.
So they would go. That's the problem why it's so hard to keep store employees, because then all these guys would pursue them, and it didn't even matter what they looked like. Really, it was crazy. There's this like, oh, I'm not supposed to have you. You're like forbidden fruit, or like, and she's got Cass has really big boobs. And she probably gets guys all the time like, come on, just show me your boobs real fast. Try to stick dollars down her shirt and stuff. Just because they're there, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get plenty of tips just from showing cleavage.
Right, exactly. Like my one employee, I had Tisha in Paradise Style Makeup, which is now Tiffany's out there. But, oh, my gosh, it was crazy. And I was thinking, like, why? And so she started this whole tip jar and show her boobs to guys for money. And then the club got mad because you can't do that without their cut. But, yeah, I was like, okay, come on. You got to kind of use your head. You're a store employee. You're there for a play of me. And I rent in the club.
Some clubs, though, you'd go to, the bartenders would be better looking than the dancers.
Oh, absolutely. I seen that, absolutely.
Wow.
And sometimes they make more than the dancers, too. Like, it's so different.
I can imagine.
I mean, based on personality. And the guys like to chase after, so the bartenders get a lot of the regulars, too, and...
I could imagine.
Important part. Maybe next week I'll call and we can ask the bartender at one of the clubs somewhere.
I'll
think of who. Yeah.
Classy Cat used to have some really good. I don't know if they do now. I haven't been there in a while, but they used to have some beautiful
Mirage.
bartenders.
I think all of them. Mirage and Tally Ho, all of them have great bartenders who are attractive. So I'll have to find when he's not working Thursday night and we can ask him what it's like. Yeah. Compared to dance, they sometimes get jealous if they're regular. They had is like tipping or spending more money on the girls because it's females all competing.
That's true.
So what's upcoming? Any events at your club that you're gonna be like promoting or DJing?
I do have a Twitter page, but pretty much I just share everything that the Rebelz page shares.
Okay. And what is that on Facebook for our listeners?
For Facebook, it's just Rebelz Club New York, and then for Twitter, it's the same thing. And then I also have
I believe it's with the
DJ
Z though, right?
_ Cass.
It's Z though. Is it Rebelz with a Z or an S for listeners?
Yeah, it's with a Z.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, spell it so they all know for next time. But well, my modeling site is Model Centro, CNTRO, not Central. So then it's sometimes we say on the radio they don't hear it, it doesn't come in clear, and then it doesn't come up. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for calling in and giving us an update with club, and I think catching a break and see what's on to the next surprise.
All right, thank you for having me.
Thank you. People, check her out. You can meet her at Rebelz in Fredonia, and you can give her money and request a song, any song.
Any song.
Any song, and I will play it.
Yes, that's the coolest concept. I love it. So,
all right.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right there, huh? Had to play that one since we mentioned it.
I know, it's hysterical actually hearing it because I used to dance that. I got a bigger butt. That's why in a lot of adult magazines, like very curvy figure, and guys loved it, but they think it was funny and put it on there, and then people make it rain. But I always kind of hear like, I got a big butt. I know I can't fit in pants. It stinks. But no, it's a classic. And that's nice thing. But it's never the one you really want to head dance because it becomes almost like a joke. Like people just all laugh and it's a good time. Sing along song, you'll get like customers dancing and stuff,
right?
And, have your riot, but you gotta have that certain mode.
What was the other one that we met? Oh, Young MC. He used bust a move.
Yeah. There's some that you're like, oh, or more work or wait, but there's other ones like I always like doing. This is how we do it by Montel.
Oh yeah.
And regulators weren't G. Like there's some really great ones that are fun and like old school. Everyone dances to too of like all ages. It could be like a 21-year-old knows it, and grew up hearing it, and then their father,
Yeah. Hey, do you know what? We should have people text us their favorite strip song.
Yeah. Text us. We have a text line.
585-500-0508.
And we'll play it this week. Next week, we'll send a shout out. You can send a song out to someone, and we'll play on the air. Like, this goes out to my favorite stripper, Brittany.
Brittany.
Paradise or something.
And if not, put it on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
whatever your favorite strip
song is. We're trying to make it more
is.
engaging. We want to hear your input on how we can make the show. Like, we just keep getting bigger and better.
Right.
And why not? Like, we're
Why
in
not?
extended time, too. So.
I can't wait to see the songs that come.
Yeah, me too. So I can't wait. We are going to be having our 1-year anniversary party.
1 year.
I know, next Saturday, literally, at Playmates. I guess it came up quicker than I originally
Very
thought.
quick.
But I figured I don't want to wait because then it's not a year. Then we're getting to like a year and
and a
2
half.
months,
Yeah.
and we'll just keep putting it off. And
Right. Plus, we just want to party anyway.
The more there
so.
is. I just want to go out, have fun, have a cake, and eat it 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Why not? I'm kind of greedy, and I like cake.
Yeah.
Cake, who doesn't?
You always have the good stuff. I don't know how you do that. You got the good
I
stuff.
like food. Food's important.
Yes, it is.
It's a priority in life.
But there's nothing that you haven't given me that I haven't gone, oh my God, I've never tasted anything.
Right.
so
I'm
good.
a foodie. I'll go all over. I usually have wonderful experiences because I look it up, research it, check.
It's amazing.
And I'm really good at ordering off a menu. But I can cook myself too. So.
Right. Oh, I remember at your holiday party.
Yeah. All different stuff too. I just made this amazing lobster mac and cheese, which is better than any restaurant. I've been to the best restaurants around. And I normally never say that about something. And I was like, my gosh. And everyone who's tried was like, wow, I hope you wrote down that recipe because I adjusted and played with it. But I did, luckily. So.
You did.
Yeah, I went and I got the little lobster pieces. It was on sale, so it was a great deal right after New Year's. So I'm like, I'm going to make lobster mac and cheese. Oh, wow. It was like perfect.
Okay. All right. I got that.
Baked it, breadcrumbs, all the fun.
Yeah, I got that. We get any texts yet?
No, but, eventually we'll get on.
They're
This guy
coming.
we're
They're
posting
coming.
up on Facebook. They are. I'm
Well, we
excited.
did get.
Who
Let me
knows?
see.
Could be some crazy person, but joking.
How about Cheap Trick? I want you to want me.
We could do that.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right.
Did they say it's being sent out to someone?
No, it just said Cheap Trick. I want you to want me.
Okay, we'll play that.
All right. Okay, we can do it. Next week. We'll set this up for next week.
Yeah, if they
Song.
can say who sent out the request. That's
send
like
it back. Send it back. All right.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's sort of cool. Why not?
And then
right?
eventually we can have the girls dancing to it on the TV show on the pole.
Oh, there you go. No.
Yeah, at least it was good taste in music because you never know what they're going to pick. That's why I'm like, play around or see.
But then we should have
and try to pick music without swearing because
Right.
we're really not
Yeah,
supposed
we
to
can't do
swear.
that,
Nothing too aggressive. Just,
Well, but let's we should have like a secret song that we pick that they have to dance to.
right? Oh, I definitely.
Yeah.
And throw it out there, just something odd. Just, be funny. But check us out at the Playmates party. I'm going to be there. You can check out my store. Bailey is going to be there. Zeus is. Men, women, listeners, everyone's invited.
Everybody.
It's like $10 cover. There is no alcohol. There's a bar down the street, and most people drink in their vehicles or before coming. It's full nude, the only one in the area. Full friction dances. Girls hop off stage. Everyone's friendly. It's in the country in the sticks, and just I kind of picked that spot because I have the store there. It's easy to do, and it's in between kind of Buffalo and Rochester. So you get like a mix of a bunch of our listeners for now, and there'll be more to come.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
We'll have start filming party too. It's great just to throw parties for fun.
Yeah, absolutely it
Why
is.
would you not want to?
So hey, we've made it through almost. We got 30 minutes left. It's moving. It's quiet up here though.
It is. It's so weird and it's dark. And
Maybe we gotta come up with some lights
the
or
show
something.
before us had all these kids and all these guests, and then after was always a lot of people. So it's just like it's so odd.
I like it.
It is kind of
because that chaos would drive me crazy that we'd walk
the guys
into.
Before us on that show sit here like in the dark with the lights out and just like zone in.
They're
on
getting
it.
stoned.
They probably are.
They're playing the Beatles and they're sitting in the dark, three guys with each other.
The door closed. Yeah,
Right.
I agree. There's something odd probably going on.
And probably our next guest, Armin's on after this, right? Yeah, I'm sure Armin's getting high too.
They probably all are.
Everybody's getting high except for us.
Why not? Right?
Why not?
Maybe you are.
Yeah, okay, I'm not, but
I'm like, wow, this is great. I could have like a whole little routine and just come in myself and just do call-ins and no one knows. Except there are signs saying no drinking in the studio.
I do see that. But those guys were like sitting like yoga style in the studio.
I know. They were like, they're just so calm and mellow. And, I had to listen to their show and find out. But it's all just cool. Hippie, it was like Prince and the Beatles and like just calm hippie music. They're pretty cute for younger, like coffee house style boys.
Coffee house.
It reminded me of like when I was
boys.
younger, and that was like the hip thing to do when I was a student at University at Buffalo.
Right.
And that was the coffee house things like Friends and all that was still like big. And like Dean and DeLuca, all that stuff was like what everyone wanted to do to be cool and go to Starbucks when everyone used to actually sit there all the time, and it was trendy.
Now, if we had gone with the Wednesdays, we would have been coming after the Gay Power Hour with Peter.
That would have been fun too.
That's always fun. Peter is funny guy.
The big gay hump day, the big gay power hour, which is great.
I love it, man. You'd walk in here, these guys would be all sitting in here like in shorts. That's it, shirts off. It would be a dog walking around.
Right, yeah, craziness. So I don't know what one would have been more ideal. Like we're in between the hippie radios.
Yeah.
Which is cool, and I like that type of music, and it's probably the type of guys who go to strip clubs and stuff. And,
probably when they leave the coffee house.
And, not quite hopefully a coffee house, but I'm just saying they remind me of that type of guy that you'd be like, oh, you're an English major? Do you write poems?
Are you sure they're not like, hey, after you finish that latte over there, let's go down to the strip joint.
Right, yeah.
And request some Beatles tunes.
Yeah, they just don't seem like strip club customers. Okay, but you can't stereotype. Anyone can be a strip club customer. Most times in their life, be it a bachelor party or something. It's a tradition.
It is a tradition.
I'm glad you know those people that help
I think
make
that's
their
how we met.
Traditions and dreams come true.
Yes.
Or finalize.
Didn't we meet? That's how we met at a bachelor party.
No, that's how I met Joe.
Oh, okay. All right. That was me. I can't remember.
No, I know Joe for years. Actually, this weekend on Facebook, it showed 8 years of friendship on there.
Really?
And I was like, wow, I didn't realize I was friends with him that long on Facebook.
That's a long time.
I can't believe I've been on Facebook that long.
I know.
I look back at some pictures like, whoa. I still look the same, at least not like shocking. But some of the younger dancers coming in, they're like posting stuff 8 years ago, and I'm like, you're like a baby.
Yeah.
Like 12.
Can you imagine when like in 10 years it's going to be like, you've known Joe 18 years.
I know. And I'll be like, wow. And then just.
Am I that old? Yeah. Really?
Like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Or even, oh my God, my like high school reunion's coming up. Like, where did the time go? Like, I'm eternally like 25.
Yeah, but you always look. You look 10 years.
Anyways,
you look 10 years younger than what you are. You look 10 years younger than what you are. Yeah, you are.
I benefited off of that very well. Luckily, I just didn't live that really hard lifestyle. So I do everything in measure, and there's been spans of just utter complete sobriety and in control, and try not to drink too much. I really don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink beer at all. No coffee, nothing like that. But
no coffee either.
No coffee.
What do you drink in the morning?
Environment.
Wait, in the morning, what?
Definitely smoked before.
But what do you get in the morning? I mean, there's got to be something.
Some tea, but I wake up. I'm just naturally hyper, but sometimes, like today, I'm having some sugar-free Red Bull. Which I loved. I cut back on it because I was just drinking too much. It's easy to have one can and then it turns slowly to like 10 if you have addictive personality.
How can you drink 10? I'm telling you, if I drank 10 cans of that, I would be in the John for like 2 weeks.
I just love the taste.
That's
and I
way
built up
too
a tolerance.
much.
It's like crack ball to me.
Oh, I mean, I used to love it when I was drinking Jaeger.
Yeah, that's oh my God, that's extra yummy.
Yeah, that would be the stuff. But just drinking that stuff straight, no, I'll be in the bathroom all night.
No, that's crazy. So, speaking of Jaeger, a new shot that I tried myself personally, it's not new, but it was called the cheeseburger shot. And what it is it's tequila. And then follow it with a shot of pickle juice. And then a shot of tomato juice.
I heard about this.
It was good, and it was kind of cool. And then it tastes just like a cheeseburger. You know, already after drinking some Jaeger, it tastes even more so like a cheeseburger. But I'm the one who's having problems with, like, acid out of nowhere and heartburn. And I did everything stupid you shouldn't have done. So I sat there suffering the next day, like, okay.
But I remember, do you know where I heard it? You told me last night about it. That's when we were talking. But today, on the way here, actually,
I think it's starting to become a big shot because Luck's kind of trendy, so other places probably are picking it up.
I checked this out. I can't tell you what Mexican restaurant it was.
Yeah.
But they were offering tequila cream pie.
Oh, wow.
Does that sound different? I mean,
that's different. That sounds fun.
It does.
Yeah, and I never been a tequila drinker.
Oh,
but I throw back the other ones that it tasted really good.
I gotta wonder how much. If you eat the entire pie, will you be like completely effed up?
Right? Or if you're like, if I'm in drug court and I eat this pie, is it going to set off my interlock or show up in my talk test? And can I tell court I didn't realize that cream pie actually had tequila in it and get away with it? Like, does it bake it out? Like, some stuff. So I went to this Get Cakes, and it's Village Gate, which is right near here.
Yep.
I keep touching the microphone. But, and they had, it was like a rum cake, and it was baked in there, and they showed the stuff. It was another one. And then I'm like, should I test it and see, like, because I have voluntary interlock, but you can't start a car. I don't get in trouble. I just can't start it for like 20 minutes or try to. But it must have been baked out because I was fine after I ate it to start my car.
I mean, I'm really curious. Like, if I eat the entire pie, will I be like completely wasted?
Right.
I want to know.
I know it's like weed and edible brownies and stuff like that, and you know, like
tequila cream pie.
If I'm just real hungry already, and I just eat the whole brownie, and then eat another brownie, like, and
then another brownie.
What's gonna happen? Yeah.
Oh, I
or you don't know when you like making a giant brownie sundae.
Yeah. Wow. See that?
And that's our ice cream and everything. And then I'm lactose intolerant. What's going to happen? You know, you're like going to have a wild time.
Oh my God.
Right?
Maybe a little bit too wild for me right there. But what? I mean, you're not a tequila drinker.
No.
Never was.
No, Jaeger. I started warm out of the garage and younger, and I don't know why. We just like the bottle, you know. But
yeah. Oh no, I love
always
Jaeger.
Got deer's blood when you're younger. You don't know.
Yeah.
And then my friend Nicole Keller, she's out there still howling and listening, but she used to drink Wild Turkey. Oh, yeah. And then we went down, and you know, when I was always like a little hustler, smart. So I'd go down with my friend's fake ID. And then eventually I had it was a real ID, but she was older. And then I had, you know, I became of age at least, and I worked at a pizzeria. So I would drive down to Tennessee, and we would go to get all the green label Jack Daniel's liquor, which you couldn't get up in New York because it was malt liquor.
Right.
So all these people, because it was cool and Everclear stuff you couldn't get, were paying more for it.
Sure.
So kind of like bringing liquor back and forth and like selling this whole little hustle game set up, and you know, not necessarily maybe saying Tosley Wesley wasn't to the underage kids at the pizzeria, you know, like, and they'd give me money in advance, so I was getting these free trips to Tennessee, going out with my girlfriends, making money, going all over the place,
wow,
you know, and having the blast, going to Gatlinburg, Chattanooga, Nashville,
wow,
picking up these green label bottles. And, you know, flipping it for like double, we'd be like, especially when it comes further, the kids had no problem paying like $50+ because, you know, the internet wasn't as big with like shipping liquor and stuff at that point either.
Right. Now, I start off with Dewar's.
Yeah. But yeah, we drink a lot of that green label.
Yeah.
Really not like a whiskey. I don't know. I feel maybe I pushed one to the limit, but Jaeger seems to be tried, tested, and true. I've always liked it. It's evil. I love it. It is evil, but it's good. But it was, you know, the drink that you could have a lot of, but you black out, you don't remember anything.
No, you don't.
But you don't wake up hungover or throwing up or anything. You wake up like nothing happened and you're fine.
It's just that taste of that
I love black like
licorice and motor
anise.
oil.
Yeah,
it's
motor
got
oil.
that twist right there.
Yeah, the anise, and I love it. And it's just, you know, I always like black licorice.
I got to stop talking about this.
Right? Days we like Jaeger.
Yeah, like, we're going for Jaeger after this.
No. So just that, and like that's my favorite, and just started there. And then I had an incident with moonshine because we didn't know, or Everclear, like straight up, you know.
Everclear can.
We were young. We were testing with stupid stuff, not knowing better. Nothing too crazy, but my friend made them all into Jell-O shots, and she didn't know you shouldn't do that. So think about what regular ones are. Now imagine it with a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds with Everclear, like full on.
Lighting yourselves on fire or what?
We were talking about the other night on crazy incidences. My 21st birthday was at the Sheraton and Buffalo Road right by Niagara Falls, and it was the year that the casino opened.
Okay.
And it was a big deal. The first casino, like, on the United States side, glamorous, the concerts, all the stuff that was going to be there. Just started, and it was there. And my friends went, and I invited a bunch of people at this pizzeria I worked at, and I was kind of a little wilder.
Yeah.
I was out all the time.
I can't imagine.
I had a lot of friends. And
can't imagine.
In a debate. So we're all over there, and it's on the American side, and we, like, go back and forth. We're at the Sundowner in Canada and stuff, and more and more people came. So there ends up, like, we take over the whole hotel floor. And all my friends rented it, and there's like 4 to possibly 6 people in every room all chipping in, and we're going to like have the whole floor have this crazy hotel party. At the same time, there's the Eagles are playing against the Bills, and they're above us, and they have the whole floor.
Really?
So you're talking about a whole bunch of strippers, college students, party people from the pizzeria guys, and then a whole bunch of professional athletes. Needless to say, it turned out of control. All these other people started coming when they found out what was going on. There was threesomes, drugs. Like, my one friend freaked out, Nicole, and she broke this table in the lobby, and they're like, and they charged it onto my dad's debit card.
Oh, he must have loved that.
Co-sign thing. So then I had him as like a thing for it, and then so it went on there, and then I had to pay that down, and you know, it shows her breaking it, and I managed to get banned permanently from the Sheraton.
You're banned.
They told me I was banned, didn't want us back.
Never could
the
come
police
back.
came, got all kicked out. There's people from all over, like, and my friends still were like the memories. And they saw this thing on Facebook, and she tagged me in it, and she's like, "I can never forget your 21st birthday." And she's listing all this stuff. Like, my professor came from UB and stuff, even showed up. And sister, it was really insane. There's so many people in the hotel, and people like walking by the falls, climbing over, just doing so many stupid, crazy things.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unforgettable. So when it was my 22nd birthday, I was like, my first one was so insane. Cops, money owed, I don't even know what's going on. People damaging the whole hotel, like rubbing shampoo and conditioner, I guess, like in the wallpaper, and just weird things that made no sense. Setting off the fire alarm, because smoking in the room you're not supposed to smoke, like just... I had to pay it all back, and of course you're not going to chase around from like kids just going crashing it.
Have you ever gone back?
I never tried going back to the Sheraton to see.
You should try it.
I just had a fear.
See if like you're in some book, like
my
they'll come
name's
back.
different, so maybe they wouldn't know because they don't take your social security number. But you know, maybe.
But
I was just like, you know. But I used to go all the time because
there's a picture of you somewhere.
Right,
They're like, oh no.
Right?
Don't let this girl in.
You never know, but it was just funny reminiscing, and I'm like, I did have a wild, crazy life.
Yeah.
And then it got crazier after I got more into the industry.
Right.
But I think we should cut into a song just kind of slowly.
And play, what are we going to do? We're going to do a little Looking Glass.
Yeah. Brandy, I love this song. It's just so upbeat and positive.
All right, here it is.
Da-da-da.
It was a good time. It was fun.
It's going to be more fun. We're going to make it like food, and people pop in, say hi. And
yeah, well, we'll start releasing the address to the Hungerford building here in Rochester. Do we get any more? Do we check and see? You remember, send your favorite stripper songs.
Right, yeah, send it to us.
Yeah, on Facebook at this point.
Facebook, whatever. And our quote of the week, our Delusions of Grandeur, make me feel a lot better about myself by Lily Tomlin. So, you know, the better you build yourself up to be, usually the better you reach that or achieve, or you get busted as a pathological lie or whatever. I mean, take it all different ways. I just thought it was a cool quote. Right? But it's kind of like the whole dancing thing, you know, you all like build yourselves up. It's like a, you know, a commodity.
Right.
Sale purchase. Next week, it's going to be really cool. We got Ruby Sparkles from Sirens and Stilettos Cabaret, and she does burlesque and teaches, has years of experience in it. Local Rochester, it's class traveling all around, really working on it. Great personality.
Is she like a Nancy B. Myers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but cooler. She's younger.
Okay.
So I worked with her for years, and she's doing this whole thing in building. So it's really cool. Like,
wow, that
all the
sounds awesome.
corsets and makeup, and she definitely will be on the TV show.
Cool.
And doing some burlesque kind of moves and classes and how to put on pinup makeup and
Wow.
all different clothes up. So she'll be a regular coming on, and she travels all around. And
I like it.
I'm excited.
I like it.
And I'm going to find some other guests, and we'll slowly let you know throughout the week. And of course, we'll have the new toy of the week, with Dawn Marie coming in from Foreplay.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
I'm excited
For
about
the
that.
number, play buzz.com.
Buzz.
Buzz.
All right, Buzz.
Everyone likes buzzing.
This I'm trying to get our last song, and it just does not want to.
No, it's
to
fine.
be
But
nice.
check
I
us
don't know
out. We
why.
are Beyond the Pole Radio. I'm Katrina Lee. I am upcoming in 2 magazines the next month, Intoxicating and Honey Magazine.
Right.
And I have other ones coming up because I'm a story now on how I help with heroin awareness.
Yes.
And addictions and this Life Hab show and with the radio show and all the stores and coming back from a horrifically abusive marriage to rebuilding my life completely better and helping other women at the same time. So it's like a positive story that people like to read, and you can see me completely naked. Going
How can you
wild.
beat
Not
that,
like my
right?
parents want that, but it's for a good cause to
how
help
can
the
you beat that?
radio.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
To help.
excited
in the
and
TV
help
show.
save lives and women. So why not?
Why not?
Power of the,
Power of the. So you can be putting some of that stuff up on Facebook.
Yeah, I will not. The aggressive ones, some are the scenes of it. And then on my modeling site is Katrina, KatrinaLee, at model, MODEL, Centro, CENTRO.com. And you can pay for more images. And I just added a bunch of folders. So
All right, cool.
updated it. So
Cool. All
come
right.
see me.
Yeah, absolutely. Why
And
wouldn't
you'll
we?
be at the party, so come visit. I will not be dancing, but I'll talk to you. I'll sign magazines, whatever discussions about the radio you have.
Whatever's going to happen,
Meet your
right?
friendly, familiar faces.
Got you. All right, well we're going to get out of here.
Yes.
And
we will be back next Thursday,
next
10 to
Thursday,
12.
10 to 12. Here we go.